They just want to have like a little blessing on it. And he said, go ye up and prosper, and they shall be delivered into your hand. Ahab knew who his prophets were and who this prophet was. And the king said to him, how many times shall I adjure thee that thou say nothing but the truth to me in the name of the Lord? Ahab did not believe in him. He already expected that this prophet was going to contradict his false prophets. Then he said, I did see all Israel scattered upon the mountains as sheep that have no shepherd. And the Lord said, these have no master. Let them return therefore every man to his house in peace. And the king of Israel said to Jehoshaphat, did I not tell thee that he would not prophesy good unto me but evil? When you do wrong, what do you want God to do? He's only but got a message for you of rebuke. If you do good, then you will prosper. But if you do evil, what do you want God to do? If you're going the wrong way, do you not want God to tell you you're going in the wrong way? Amen. Aren't you praying every day, Lord, if I'm in error, help me? But when someone tells you you're in error, what do you do to that person? You tell them, it's none of your business. Who are you to tell me? You know, it's very hard to rebuke someone. And I always make it a policy, unless I'm prepared to die for that person, I will not speak to that person. Because who am I, unless I'm prepared to die for him to speak to this person? One day I spoke to this brother some years back, and it wasn't very, I was telling him this is not the way to go. And he said to me, who are you? We read the same books. I've got the same books as you. Leave me alone. I read the same Adventist home book as you do. Leave me, I'll sort myself out. And so often we take this attitude. I've got the same Bible as you. The Archbishop of Canterbury's got a different Bible to me, but it's NIV or something. But he's got a Bible. Why is it he's got a different message to me? Ian Paisley, he got a King James Bible. He hasn't got the same message as I have. We read the same books, but why do we come to different conclusions? Just because you may read the same books, and I wonder if we do, but even if you read the same books, it doesn't mean you can do it by your own. That's why God has called us to come together at prayer meetings and to study together, that we can rub shoulders and make sure that we're guided to the right principles of truth. Because one person can read the book Evangelism and say, yeah, let's do Alpha course. And another person can read the book Evangelism and say, this is apostasy. That's why we need to come together and study. Amen. And the king of Israel said to Jehoshaphat, did I not tell thee that he will not prophesy good unto me, but evil? Now therefore, behold, the Lord hath put a lying spirit in the mouth of these thy prophets, and the Lord hath spoken evil against thee. Then Zedekiah the son of Chenani came near and smote the prophet on the cheek. And Jehoshaphat seen all this. He's seen the true prophet of God being smacked on the face. And said, which way went the Spirit of the Lord from me to speak unto thee? And Micaiah said, behold, thou shalt see on that day when thou shalt go into an inner chamber to hide thyself. Jehoshaphat's alarm bell should be ringing. He should be fleeing for his life. He should get out of there. What's he doing? He's just sitting there. He doesn't even say anything. If you hear anyone attack the Bible or the spirit of prophecy, are you going to stay silent? If you see apostasy, you're going to stay silent? I'll be honest with you, sometimes I'm a coward. I see things going on, and I'm afraid to stand up because I'm thinking, me against 200 people. I am a minority, and I'm afraid to stand up. Not too long ago, there was about 200 people, very high-profile speaker, and he was endorsing something which I'm thinking, that is not endorsable. And they were doing activities, I'm thinking, the prophets of old return in their grave. And I'm thinking, isn't no one going to say anything? Is no one going to protest? And I'm looking around, and before I made a few murmurings, and they all said, oh brother, you need to have love and, you know. And I'm thinking, shall I stand up and say something? And you know, I was afraid. Because I'm thinking, this is me standing up against this? And then very Mr. High Profile speakers endorsing it. And all the leaders are endorsing it. And then who's he? Standing up saying, this is wrong. And I'll tell you what it is. Let's go watch the final of the World Cup. Yeah, let's do this as a group of brothers and sisters. Let's watch the final of the World Cup. We're on the brink of the close of probation and we're going to watch the World Cup. The papacy is gaining strength and we're going to watch the World Cup. We're having messages about evangelism and let's go and watch the World Cup. I'm thinking, we're told that Satan invented competitive sports and football. And we're saying, let's go and watch the World Cup. Let's go watch two nations having a fight on the football pitch. And I was afraid to say something. Because who am I to stand up to this mighty preacher and all these people? Because I was worried about my reputation. And I had to repent of that. I'd rather speak out and be unpopular than to be untrue to conscience. And Micah said, behold, thou shalt see on that day when thou shalt go into an inner chamber to hide us. A day is coming, brothers and sisters, when the national Sunday law is going to hit us. And it's going to be too late for us. We're going to go in that chamber and we're going to think, what have I done? All this light that I had, I've rejected, and now I do not have a shelter. The day is coming fast. Then the king of Israel said, take ye Micaiah and carry him back to Ammon, the governor of the city, and to Joash, the king's son, and say, thus saith the king. Remember, Jehoshaphat's hearing this. Put this fellow in the prison and feed him with the bread of affliction and with water of affliction until I return in peace. I mean, what is going through Jehoshaphat's mind? He asked for the true prophet. He heard what the true prophet had to say. Then he's seen the true prophet get smacked on the face. And now he's hearing that the true prophet should be put to prison. And get what? The bread of affliction. And Micaiah said, if thou certainly return in peace, then hath not the Lord spoken by me. Yep. And he said, hearken, all ye people. Brothers and sisters, hearken now, today. Because today may be your last day. Today may be your last Sabbath. Anything can happen. One day we're here, next day we could be dead. We have to hearken. We haven't got time to go against the prophet. We haven't got time to go against the counsel God has seen to give this church. So, what happens? So the king of Israel and Jehoshaphat, the king of Judah, went up to Ramoth Gilead. Even after all that, Jehoshaphat goes. What are you going to do today, brothers and sisters? Are you going to carry on in the same old way? Or are you going to take heed? Last Sabbath, we heard a sermon on health. And the brother, he banged it right on the nail. Bang, 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 bang. And then soon after, dinner was ready. And the dinner that was there was totally against everything that was spoken about. And what do you think the people did? They ate it heartily. And what do you think they did the next morning at breakfast time? When it was this oily. I mean, my brother asked me, what's that being made? I said, I think it is scrambled eggs. And the way it was made, it was churned, it was oily, and it was gobbled up. They heard one of the most powerful testimonies on health, and it just went through one ear, out the other. You know what they could have? They could have just said,